Okay, as you can see, I have a little sampling of some of my books out here today, and I thought I would go over some of these real quick. If there's anything you'd like to see more in depth or have any questions on, drop a question down in the comments section. I'd be happy to review an individual book if you like. They cover everything from survival to backpacking to strategy, disaster type books, some entertainment type books. This is strictly entertainment. So we have the Zombie Survival Guide. This I was just curious about, so I wanted to give it a read. I'm still kind of working through this one. Fantastic book. Any good prepper or survivalist should know all about this book. If you don't, you should check it out. It's a very wide, comprehensive book on some basic knowledge in survival. It's a great book. Most of these books are available on Amazon or eBay. Another book that I've just started into, a military book. I usually don't purchase these kind of books. But this one's actually pretty good. I'm only part way through it, so I'll have to get back to you on that one. Here's a great book to have on hand, Medicinal Plants and Herbs. If there is a shit hits the fan type scenario, you're going to have to be able to live off the land, and this will certainly help you. It's got colorful photos in there so you don't eat something and kill yourself. So that's a nice reference book to have. Ultralight Backpacking Tips. This was like a beginner type book, very, very basic type book. But it could also help you with your bug out stuff if you need to try to keep the weight down as much as possible. So not a bad book. These two books I purchased, and I wasn't overly impressed with them. This one especially. It's a very short book. You know, it's like 50 or 60 pages, but it's very basic. Doesn't even warrant the list for me. This one has a couple of interesting things in it. I buy a lot of these books because sometimes you might pick up something that you didn't get from one book, and you might find it in another book. Not my favorite book, that's for sure. This, on the other hand, is a great book. This gives you some tactical defense type things you can do. It's a great book. It's got some stuff on booby traps and stuff. Very interesting read. This is more military type. So that is definitely a great book. This is a great book for families, for people just starting out, for people who are just more into weather-related type disasters. This author, Arthur T. Bradley, I have another one of his books. The guy's just great. You know, the way he writes his books, the information he puts in here is very comprehensive. So this is an awesome book. I highly recommend this, especially if you're just starting out. You can pick this up on Amazon. It's a very thick, comprehensive book, and I think it runs around $25. Very good book. And then his other book, this is my absolute favorite book, The Prepper's Instruction Manual. A lot of great information in this book. Again, it's a great book. If you need any further information or questions, drop me some questions. And then I had watched the Doomsday Preppers on the National Geographic Channel a few times, and you know, some of it was really good and informing, some of it was just pure entertainment. And I thought, on a whim, you know, I was bored, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go buy the little manual and see. And it was actually surprising. It's actually got a lot of really good information in here. It covers quite a bit. It does have some, profiles of some of the people on Doomsday Preppers and their philosophies on prepping and that kind of stuff. But there's weather-related type stuff in here. There's survival stuff. There's disaster stuff. It's actually a very good book. It's entertaining, if anything else. And again, this one runs probably around $20 too. So that's another cool book. I purchased this book when I started out backpacking, and just to get an idea of all different things you need, ideas. Obviously you get a better idea once you actually go out there and do it. But this kind of helps you to not be stumbling into it completely blind. And a lot of these books, I use the backpackers and hiking books and all that. I use in combination with my prepping books to come up with, good gear, good packs, whatever you need to get going, to be comfortable, be safe. And Creek Stewart, it's a decent book. I've watched his show on TV too. I think it's called The Fat Guys Out in the Woods or something. And he teaches basic survival skills, and anybody who's good enough to teach that stuff, it's okay in my book. It's a great book. It looks like it was printed on recycled paper, which may be a good thing. Not my favorite book, but it's a decent enough book. It runs around $17. So out of the big pile here, I would definitely recommend this book, The Doomsday Prepper's Complete Survival Manual. It is very decent. It's not what you think it would be. I highly recommend the Prepper's Instructional Manual. Fantastic book. And his Disaster Preparedness book. If you're more into the military stuff, the Holding Your Ground is a very good manual, in my opinion. I haven't, like I said, I haven't read every book on the planet. These are just some books I've come across, and so far they seem to be very good books. Books that I'm going to keep and hold on to. And again, here's another survival guide from the military, which is also, it's a nice compact little book, and it's very informative. Definitely, again, that should be a given in any survival pack. If you have the room and don't mind the weight, you should definitely have that on hand. And the Medicinal Plants and Herbs, definitely, totally another book that should be in your kit. This is an all-encompassing. Again, like I said, I have a huge selection of books. These are just some books that I pulled out that I thought might be helpful or useful or entertaining to somebody on my channel. So again, thanks for taking a peek at my little book selection. If there's anything you want to know in particular about any of these books, let me know in the comment section. And hope you're enjoying great gadgets and gear. Thanks for watching.